And as 2025 nears, Nigeria stands at a critical juncture, grappling with economic challenges, including high inflation, currency volatility, and infrastructure constraints. However, amidst these hurdles, opportunities abound for investors.
If you've ever felt like investing is only for the rich or financial experts, think again. In this video, I'm going to be talking about something that can completely transform your financial future, and that is how to start investing in Nigeria, even if you're a total beginner. Let's be real, keeping your money in regular savings account is not going to make you wealthy. With inflation constantly rising, your hard-earned cash is losing value every day. But what if you could put your money to work and make it grow while you sleep? Sounds good, right? Well, that's exactly what investing does for you. I know investing can sound intimidating, big words, complicated charts, and risky decisions, but don't worry. By the end of this video, you will have a clear understanding on how to start investing with confidence, even if you are starting with just a small amount of money. To make this as simple as possible, I'm going to use relatable scenarios, fictional but realistic examples that reflect what real Nigerians experience when trying to grow their money. These examples will help you understand exactly how investing works and how you can apply the same principles in your life. Pay close attention to what I'm about to share and stick with me till the end, because this is your step-by-step guide to building wealth through investing in Nigeria. Even if you are starting with a little amount of money, whether you're looking to build wealth, secure your retirement, or simply make smarter money decisions, this is the perfect starting point. We will break everything down step by step, so by the end of this video, you will feel confident, empowered, and ready to start investing right away. First things first, let's break down what investing really means, so you can approach it with clarity and confidence. At its core, investing is the process of putting your money into assets such as stocks, bonds, real estate, or even a small business, expecting it to grow over time. Instead of letting your money sit idly in a bank account with minimal interest, investing allows you to put that money to work, generating passive income and increasing in value. Think of it like planting a tree today and you can enjoy its shade and fruit in the future. To put this into perspective, imagine two friends, Tunde and Emeka. They both start with 500,000 naira. Tunde keeps his money in a traditional savings account, earning just about 4% interest per year, while on the other hand, Emeka invests in a mutual fund that generates 12% annual returns. After 10 years, Tunde's 500,000 naira goes to about 740,000 naira, while Emeka's investment more than triples to over 1.5 million naira. That's the power of investing. Your money grows and works for you instead of just sitting idle. Now you might wonder, why should I invest? The truth is that money loses value over time due to inflation. In Nigeria, inflation rates have ranged between 15 to 24% in recent years, meaning that the same 10,000 naira that could buy a basket of groceries last year might not be enough this year. Imagine saving 1 million naira for a car today, only to find out in 5 years that same car now costs 1.5 million naira. Without investing, you might find yourself struggling to afford the things you plan for in the future. Think of it like a race against time. If your money isn't growing, it's actually shrinking in value. Inflation is like a treadmill that keeps moving faster, and the only way to stay ahead is to make your money work for you. Investing helps you outpace inflation, ensuring your wealth grows instead of shrinking over time. Another real-life example is Aisha, a young entrepreneur who started investing 20,000 naira every month into a diversified investment portfolio at the age of 25. By the time she turned 40, her consistent investing and compound interest had grown her portfolio to over 15 million naira. She didn't have to make drastic sacrifices, just small, consistent steps towards her financial goals. Investing also allows you to achieve key financial milestones, such as buying a home, funding education, starting a business, or enjoying a comfortable retirement. Simply put, investing is a powerful tool to secure your financial future and create long-term stability. No matter how small you start, the key is to begin as soon as possible and stay consistent. Very important, staying consistent. Before you start investing, it's crucial to define your financial goals. Are you aiming for short-term gains like saving for a vacation, buying a car, or funding a wedding? Or are you thinking long-term, such as purchasing a home, securing retirement, or building generational wealth? Your goals will directly influence your investment choices, risk tolerance, and strategy. Think of investment planning like planning a road trip. If you are traveling a short distance, you might take a simple car ride with minimal preparation. But if you are embarking on a long cross-country journey, you need a solid plan, fuel, and perhaps a mix of different transport modes to ensure you reach your destination. Likewise, short-term financial goals may require safer, more liquid investments like fixed deposits or treasury bills, whereas long-term goals can afford more risk and growth potential, such as stocks or real estate. Let's consider Ada, a 30-year-old professional in Lagos. She dreams of retiring comfortably at 60, which means she has a 30-year window to grow her wealth through investing. Because she has time on her side, she can afford to invest in assets with higher growth potential, like stock or real estate, knowing that short-term market fluctuations won't significantly impact her long-term gains. On the other hand, if Ada were saving for a down payment on a house within the next 5 years, she might prefer lower risk investments like fixed deposits or government bonds to preserve her capital. Another example is Yusuf, a 25-year-old entrepreneur who wants to start his own business in 5 years. Instead of keeping all his money in a savings account, he chooses to invest a portion in mutual funds and treasury bills, ensuring both growth and security. By setting clear goals, both Ada and Yusuf can tailor their investment strategies to align with their financial aspirations, ensuring they make smart decisions based on their unique timelines and risk tolerance. Before diving into investments, ensure you have an emergency fund, typically about 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses. This safety net ensures that unexpected expenses or financial emergencies don't force you to liquidate your investments prematurely, which can disrupt your financial progress. Think of an emergency fund as a life jacket in deep waters. Imagine you are on a boat trip and suddenly a storm hits. Without a life jacket, you are at risk of drowning, but with one, you can stay afloat until help arrives. Similarly, an emergency fund protects you from drowning in financial hardship when unexpected events occur. Consider Chinedu, a young entrepreneur who was excited to start investing. He put all his money into stocks and mutual funds, believing they would bring him wealth. But life happened. He suddenly needed to pay for urgent medical expenses. Since he had no emergency savings, he had no choice but to sell his investments at a loss to cover the bills. If Chinedu had set aside an emergency fund, he could have handled the situation without disrupting his investment strategy. On the other hand, take Amaka, a smart planner, who ensured she had a 6-month emergency fund before investing. When she lost her job unexpectedly, she used her savings to cover her expenses without touching her investments. This allowed her portfolio to keep growing, proving that an emergency fund is a critical foundation for financial stability. Nigeria offers a wide range of investment opportunities, and the good news is that you don't need to be a millionaire to get started. Whether you are saving for a big goal, looking for steady income, or hoping to build long-term wealth, there's something for everyone. Let's break down some of the best beginner-friendly investment options available in Nigeria and see how they work in real life. Savings accounts and fixed deposits. Think of this as the easiest and most familiar way to put your money to work. A savings account or a fixed deposit is like keeping your money in a safe place while earning a little interest over time. In Nigeria, banks typically offer interest rates between 4 to 7% per year. It's low risk, meaning that your money is safe. However, the downside is that inflation might gradually eat into your gains. Imagine Chika, who diligently saves 500,000 naira in a fixed deposit account at a 6% annual interest rate. After a year, she earns 30,000 naira in interest. Not bad, right? But inflation that year rises 18%. The purchasing power of her money has actually decreased. This is why fixed deposits are best for short-term savings rather than long-term wealth building. Treasury bills and government bonds. If you want a step up from savings accounts but prefer low risk, treasury bills and government bonds are a great choice for you. Issued by the Central Bank of Nigeria, they allow you to lend money to the government in exchange for periodic interest payments. Since they are backed by the government, they are among the safest investments you can make. Take Musa for example. He decides to invest 100,000 naira in a federal government savings bond, which offers an annual return of 10%. Every year, he receives 10,000 naira in interest payments, and at the end of the bond's term, he gets back his full 100,000 naira. Unlike a savings account, this investment keeps up with inflation while still being safe. Mutual funds. If you ever wanted to invest but felt overwhelmed by stock market jargon, mutual funds are a fantastic way to start. A mutual fund is like a money pool managed by professionals. You contribute your money along with other investors, and the fund manager invests in a mix of stocks, bonds, or real estate on your behalf. Companies like ARM Investment Managers, Stanbic IBTC Asset Management, Quantum Zenith Asset Management and Investment, AXA Mansard Investment, and FBN Quest Asset Management, to mention a few, offer different mutual funds catering to different risk levels. Let's say Ada is new to investing and isn't sure where to put her 50,000 naira. Instead of picking individual stocks, she invests in a balanced mutual fund. The fund manager diversifies her money across multiple assets, reducing her risk. Over time, her investment grows steadily and she enjoys better returns than a savings account without having to manage the investment herself. Stocks or equities. Investing in stocks means buying shares of companies listed on the Nigerian exchange. Stocks have the potential to bring high returns, but they also carry more risk. Blue chip companies like Dangote Cement, MTN Nigeria, and Zenith Bank tend to be more stable, making them a good option for beginners. Consider Tolu, a young professional who buys 100,000 naira worth of Zenith Bank shares. Over the next 5 years, the stock price increases and he earns dividends along the way. By the time he sells his shares, his investment has grown to 200,000 naira. While stocks can be rewarding, they also fluctuate. So it's essential to invest wisely and for the long term. The next is real estate. Real estate investment is one of the most solid ways to build wealth, but it requires significant capital upfront. Whether through rental properties or land acquisition, real estate can generate steady income and long-term gains. Take Uche for example. He buys a plot of land on the outskirts of Abuja for 2 million naira. 5 years later, due to urban expansion, the land's value has tripled to 6 million naira. Alternatively, Amaka buys a small apartment in Lagos and rents it out, earning a steady 500,000 naira per year in rental income. While real estate requires more money to start, it can be a great way to secure financial stability. Agricultural investments. Agriculture is one of Nigeria's biggest industries, and you don't have to be a farmer to profit from it. With the right approach, you can invest in farming without handling the daily operations. For example, Ibrahim decides to invest 50,000 naira in a maize farming venture. Instead of managing the farm himself, he partners with experienced farmers who handle the planting, harvesting, and sales. After 6 months, when the crops are sold, Ibrahim earns his initial capital back plus a 30% profit. This type of investment allows you to benefit from the agricultural sector while experienced professionals handle the work. Or, if you prefer to learn the process yourself, that also works and could even earn you higher returns in the long run. The digital revolution has transformed the investment landscape, making it more accessible and inclusive than ever before. Gone are the days when investing was reserved for the elites or those with deep financial knowledge. Today, a variety of digital platforms have democratized the process, allowing Nigerians from all walks of life to participate in wealth-building opportunities from the convenience of their smartphones or computer. Online brokerage firms. Thanks to the advancement in fintech, online brokerage platforms like Meritrade, Chaka, Trove, and Bamboo have revolutionized stock market access in Nigeria. These platforms enable users to invest in both local and international markets with ease. Picture yourself sitting in Abuja, scrolling through your phone, and within minutes owning a fraction of major global companies like Amazon, Tesla, or even homegrown giants like GT Bank and Dangote Cement. These apps remove traditional barriers like large minimum deposits and complex trading processes, allowing everyday Nigerians to start with as little as 1,000 naira. They provide real-time tracking, instant deposits and withdrawals, and educational resources to help both beginners and experienced investors make informed decisions. But for those who prefer a hands-off approach, automated investment platforms like Cowrywise, RiseVest, PiggyVest, and WealthNG use technology to build and manage diversified portfolios tailored to individual financial goals. Think of them as virtual financial advisors in your pocket, constantly analyzing market trends and adjusting your portfolio to maximize returns while minimizing risk. Whether you want to invest in Nigerian stocks, US equities, mutual funds, or dollar-dominated assets, these platforms offer automated strategies that take the guesswork out of investing. With just a few taps, you can start building wealth without needing extensive financial knowledge. Cryptocurrency and blockchain-based investments. Beyond traditional stocks and bonds, cryptocurrency has emerged as an alternative investment class that many Nigerians are exploring. Platforms like Binance, Quiddas, and Luno allow users to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USDT. Given Nigeria's growing interest in digital currencies and decentralized finance, these platforms offer an opportunity for those looking to diversify their portfolios beyond conventional assets. While crypto investments come with high volatility, they have also proven to be lucrative for those who approach them with proper research and risk management strategies. If there's one thing that will set you apart as a smart investor, it's knowledge. Money comes and goes, but what you know stays with you. And the more you learn, the better your investment decisions will be. Let's break it down in 3 simple ways you can stay ahead of the game. Number 1, books and online courses. One of the best ways to start your investing journey is by reading books from experts. A great recommendation is The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. It's a timeless guide that teaches the fundamentals of smart investing. But if reading isn't your thing, no worries. There are plenty of online courses on platforms like Coursera, Udemy, where you can learn the basics of investing, risk management, and even advanced strategies, all at your own pace. Secondly, is financial news platforms. Imagine trying to drive a car without looking at the road. You won't get very far, right? Investing works the same way. You need to stay updated with what's happening in the financial world. That's why checking platforms like Business Day Nigeria, Nairametrics, and other similar platforms are so important. They provide market trends, expert insights, and breaking news that could impact your investments. The more informed you are, the better decisions you will make. Thirdly, are investment clubs. Here's a little secret. Some of the best investment opportunities comes from networking. That's why joining an investment club can be a game changer. It allows you to connect with like-minded people, learn from their experiences, and get insights you might not find anywhere else. Plus, discussing investment strategies with others helps you to stay accountable and make more informed decisions. At the end of the day, investing is a journey, not a one-time event. The more you educate yourself, the more confident and successful you will become. So keep learning, keep growing, and keep investing wisely. Remember, every investment comes with risk, but the key to success is staying well informed and making strategic decisions. Always take the time to conduct thorough research, understand the potential risk and rewards, and when necessary, seek advice from financial professionals to make sound decisions. The most successful investors are those who start early, remain consistent, and allow the power of compounding to work its magic over time. No matter how small you begin, every step forward brings you closer to your financial freedom. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. See you in the next video. Bye for now.